Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Michigan researchers found 2 shipwrecks.
Jeremy Renner has attended the premiere for his new series.
We'll have these stories and more. News Center 15 starts now. Good afternoon, and welcome to Thursday's edition of News Center 15. I'm Zach.
And I'm Declan.
Topping our news this afternoon. Michigan researchers say they have found the wreckage of 2 ships that disappeared into Lake Superior in 1914 and hope the discovery will lead to a 3rd vessel that sank at the same time. The Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society announced the discoveries this month. The steamship C.F. Curtis was towing the schooner barges Selden E. Marvin and Annie M. Peterson across Lake Superior when they sank on November 18th. All 28 people aboard were killed. The researchers found the wreck of the Curtis during the summer of 2021 and the Marvin a year later within a few miles of the first site. Video footage from the Curtis wreckage showed the maintained hull of the steamship, its wheel, anchor, boiler, and still shining gauges, all preserved by Lake Superior's cold water, along with other artifacts.
Zoom has been credited for keeping students and teachers connected and the judicial system working. Well, guess what? You can add a Metallica album to that list. The Hard Rockers met weekly over their computers to stay connected during the pandemic, a standing get-together that eventually became a songwriting factory. 6 or 7 of those song sketches ended up on 72 Seasons, the band's 12th full-length album. It's the sound of a band not slowing down, despite singer and rhythm guitarist James Hetfield and drummer Lars Ulrich turning 60 this year, and guitarist Kirk Hammett already on the other side of that milestone. Fans may hope to hear many of the new songs on the band's upcoming European and North American stadium tour, but not everyone will have that same experience. Metallica plans to hit cities with 2 concerts per stop and promise 2 completely different set lists.
Hey, I wonder what the weather looks like today.
Here we are going to provide our first look at our current conditions.
Well, as you can see outside right now, it's pretty sunny. Not much rain or anything expected very soon. 47 feels like 43. Today you can expect a high of 61 and it to be a little bit cloudy. The UV is about 5, very moderate. Air quality is 30, which is pretty fair for around here. Pollen is 7.1. I can definitely feel that in my nose right now. 7 miles per hour winds with very little clouds in the sky. You can't really expect much wind to be hitting us around. 30% humidity, although I wouldn't expect any rain anytime soon. Sun rose at a pretty moderate time today and will set around the same time, but in the evening. When I return for the 5-day forecast, you can expect what we have going into this weekend. Some rain should probably pop up, and this sunny weather will go away for a little bit before returning probably in the next week. So stay with us, and back to the desk.
Jeremy Renner has attended the premiere for his new series, capping a remarkable recovery less than 4 months after the Avengers star was nearly killed in a snowplow accident. Renner was surrounded by family and supporters at the Renovations premiere Tuesday night in Los Angeles, where he posed for photos and did interviews. He made his way down the carpet with the help of an e-scooter. Renner was crushed by his 7-ton snowplow on New Year's Day while trying to help free a relative's car at his Nevada home. Reservations premieres Wednesday on Disney+, and follows Renner as he transforms large vehicles into community spaces for young people in India, Mexico, Chicago, and Nevada.
The United States national emergency to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic has ended. On Monday, President Joe Biden signed a bipartisan congressional resolution to bring the national emergency to a close after 3 years, weeks before it was set to expire alongside a separate public health emergency. The national emergency allowed the government to take sweeping steps to respond to the virus and support the country's economic, health, and welfare systems. Some of the emergency measures have already been successfully wound down, while others are still being phased out. The public health emergency underpins tough immigration restrictions at the U.S.-Mexico border and is set to expire on May 11th. The administration said once it became clear that Congress was moving to speed up the end of the national emergency, it worked to expedite agency preparations for a return to normal procedures. Among the changes, the Department of Housing and Urban Development's COVID-19 mortgage forbearance program is set to end at the end of May. And the Department of Veterans Affairs is now returning to a requirement for in-home visits to determine eligibility for caregiver assistance.
Donald Trump files a lawsuit against Michael Cohen.
Stay with us.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Ghana has become the first country to approve a new world-changing malaria vaccine. The vaccine, called R21, is one of the most effective to date, while the World Health Organization has not yet approved the vaccine. But more trials in Ghana may lead to a global approval. Malaria affects the African continent worse than any other area of the world, and the new vaccine is giving scientists hope of a brighter future. The vaccine is a product of over 100 years of research into the virus. Malaria is easily transferred through insects and unclean drinking water, most commonly spread through mosquitoes. The new vaccine is promising, and scientists hope to have it globally approved soon.
NPR has quit Twitter this week after their account was deemed, quote, state-affiliated media. Twitter CEO Elon Musk labeled the news page this earlier in the week, sparking the response from NPR. The label is typically given to authoritarian government news, such as in China or Russia. NPR says the label was given as a way to undermine their credibility. NPR has not shown any sign of returning to the website, causing many to believe NPR and Twitter's relationship is officially finished.
Former President Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit against former fixer Michael Cohen. Cohen is set to be a star witness in Trump's upcoming case in New York. The lawsuit claims Cohen released information that was held in confidence, as well as spreading lies about him. Despite being a witness in Trump's upcoming trial, the lawsuit does not qualify as witness tampering, as it does not prohibit or stop Cohen from testifying in the Trump case. Cohen's attorney, however, did state he believes this is just another example of Trump's abuse of the justice system. Others close to the case believe it is not a tactic to make Cohen not testify, but if it is, it will likely be unsuccessful.
South Florida kept a wary eye on a forecast that called for more rain as it cleaned up Thursday from nearly a foot that fell in a matter of hours, causing widespread flooding, closing the Fort Lauderdale airport, and turning into rivers. Fort Lauderdale issued a state of emergency as flooding persisted in parts of the city. Crews had worked through the night to attend rescue calls, but there were no immediate reports of injuries or deaths. Stranded cars littered streets around eastern Broward County, where rain started Monday, with the heaviest downpours coming Wednesday afternoon and evening. Crews worked to clear drains and fire up pumps to clear standing water. People were told to stay off roads until it drained. The Red Cross arrived at 5 a.m. Thursday and set up a staging area to help residents whose homes were flooded, providing them with blankets and coffees, officials said. The staging area also acted as a reunification point for families.
Mary Quaint passes away peacefully.
Elon Musk may regret buying Twitter.
And what we can expect from our weather? You know, I'll be coming back with our look at the extended forecast, so stay with us.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Mary Quaint, the visionary fashion designer whose colorful, sexy miniskirts epitomized swinging London into the 1960s and influenced youth culture around the world, has died. She was 93. Quaint's family said she died peacefully at home in Surrey, southern England on Thursday. Quaint helped popularize the miniskirt, some crediting her with inventing it, and the innovative tights that went along with it, creating dresses and accessories that were an integral part of the look she created. Mix and match simple garments that had an element of whimsy. Some compared her impact on the fashion world with the Beatles' impact on pop music. Quaint was perfectly positioned to capitalize on the youth quake that took hold in the 1960s. She sensed that the days of the exclusive salons were numbered and thought that even the great Parisian designers would follow ready-to-wear trends.
Millionaire Elon Musk has told the BBC that running Twitter has been, quote, quite painful, but that the social media company is now roughly breaking even after he acquired it late last year. In an interview also streamed live late Tuesday on Twitter Spaces, Musk discussed his ownership of the online platform, including layoffs, misinformation, and his work style. Quote, "It's not been boring, it's quite a roller coaster," he told the UK broadcaster at Twitter's San Francisco headquarters. It was a rare chance for a mainstream news outlet to interview Musk, who also owns Tesla and SpaceX. After for $44 billion last year, Musk's changes included eliminating the company's communications department. Musk predicted that Twitter could become cash flow positive in the current quarter if current trends continue. Because Twitter is a private company, information about its finances can't be verified. Elon was asked if he regretted buying the company, but he said it was something that, quote, needed to be done.
Country artist Hardy drove the success of his hit song, Wait in the Truck, with Lainey Wilson all the way to the Academy of Country Music Awards, where he is leading the nominee, and his duet partner was not far behind, as Yellowstone actor and singer-songwriter Wilson earned 6 nominations, including Female Artist of the Year and Album of the Year, during nominations announced Thursday. The awards show will be held in Frisco, Texas on May 11th, hosted by Dolly Parton and Garth Brooks, and airing on Prime Video. Among Hardy's 7 nominations are 2 in the Song of the Year category, Wait in the Truck and Sand in My Boots, a song performed by Morgan Wallen and co-written by Hardy, Ashley, Gorley, and Josh Osborne. The most awarded artist in ACM history made another record when Miranda Lambert received her 17th Female Artist of the Year nomination. She surpassed Reba McEntire, who had 16 nominations in that category, and Lambert, the Texas native, has 4 other nominations. Up next, we have a peek at the prequel to the original Grease movie. We'll learn some secrets about the film A Chupa, and we'll get a first look at Illumination's Migration.
Haley's got the solid with today's Hollywood Minute.
That's right. There's a new streaming series, Grease, Rising of the Pink Ladies, that takes place several years before the events of the original Grease film, once again taking place at Rydell High, but now following an entirely new cast of characters. Grease is still the word, features a carload of new songs, and is running now on Paramount+. Next, the cryptid from Latin America folklore comes to life in a much cuter form in Chupa. In the story, while visiting his family in Mexico, teenage Alex gains an unlikely companion when he discovers a young chupacabra hiding in his grandparents' shed. The director says that in every scene that you see the chupa creature, on set they had a cute puppy named Harper that was so small and incredibly behaved. Harper was obviously transformed into a creature through visual effects. Chupa is now streaming on Netflix. And thankfully, Illumination's follow-up with the Super Mario Bros. Movie is not based on the game Duck Hunt, but it does feature ducks. This is your first look at Migration, which flies into theaters this Christmas. Quacking up your Hollywood Minute, I'm Haley Lanham. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Haley. Now we'll head to Tyler for a look at our extended forecast.
How's it looking, Tyler?
Well, you know, it's pretty warm outside right now. Over here, it looks to be like a storm front potentially coming in. I doubt that that'll reach all the way to us here in Marietta, Ohio anytime soon, though. It'll probably fizzle out and die. So it'll probably be warm and less cloudy, no rain, no nothing for about a week or 2 here going into your weekend. So if you have anything plans for travel, school's coming up to an end, at least for us here at Marietta College. So if you have any travel plans coming up soon, you can expect the weather around our area and going forward should be pretty nice. Coming up with the next 5 days, we got Friday, you know, thank God it's almost Friday. High of 75 with a low of 55, and it should be cloudy. Again, getting into that warm weather. Saturday, high of 77, low of 55 with potentially some showers. So that humidity will probably start to rise again on Sunday after those showers come through. As you see, the high will hit 81 with a low of 43 and more of a chance of thunderstorms. On Monday, that cool weather will come as a result of those storms, lowering the temperatures a bit with a high of 55, low of 40. Tuesday, again, it'll be a little bit more cooler, high of 59, low of 37, and a little bit cloudy. So as you can see, we'll have some rain coming in over the weekend to cool down the temperatures after reaching a high. And that's about it coming up for your 5-day forecast. I'll be back at the end of the broadcast to tell you some more about the weather, so stay with us.
Thank you, Tyler. When we come back, Landon will join us with an update from the world of sports.
See you in a few.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. a small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
And now we're back with Grant, not Landon, for a look at sports.
What's been happening in the world of sports?
I got the rundown right now. The Tampa Bay Rays won their 12th straight game to start the season, one short of the Major League record, as Randy Arizona hit a 3-run homer in the 9-7 victory over the Boston Red Sox. The 1987 Milwaukee Brewers and the 1982 Atlanta Braves both opened 13-0, tying the best mark for the big league in history. Tampa Bay has 12-game winning streak matches the team's record set in June 2004. Taj Braley won his Major League debut for the Rays. The 22-year-old right-handed allowed 3 runs and struck out 8 over 5 innings. Arizona made it 3-0 with a homer off Chris Sale in the first. Tampa Bay leads the majors with 30 home runs and outscored opponents 92-27. Zach Levine scored 39 points, as DeMar Rosen had 23 as well against his former team, and the Chicago Bulls overcame a 19-point deficit to beat the Toronto Raptors 109-105 in a play-in tournament game. The Bulls will visit the Miami Heat on Friday night for a chance to earn the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playoff bracket. In a first-round playoff matchup with the Milwaukee Bucks, Nikolai Vucevic had 14 points, 13 rebounds for the Bulls, who trailed 66-47 in the third quarter. Fred VanVleet had 26 points and 12 rebounds, and Pascal Siakam scored 32 points, but Toronto's season ended in disappointment. The first quarterback-specific helmet design to help reduce concussions has been approved for use by the NFL and LPA. The AP has learned the helmet manufactured by VICIS reduces severity of helmet to ground impacts, which league data says account for approximately half of quarterback's concussions, including the ones suffered by Miami's Tua Tagovailoa last season when his head slammed violently against the turf during a Tuesday night game against Cincinnati. The helmet performed 7% better than the most popular helmets worn by quarterbacks last season, the league said in a memo sent to the team executives on Thursday. For now, that's all I have in the world of sports. I'm Grant Moore. Back to you guys at the desk, and go Electrics.
Thank you, Grant. Joining us now at the desk is Tyler for our last look at the weather.
Yoo-hoo! So with spring coming to an end, you can expect a more big summer blowout of weather coming up shortly. But like I said, no rain, nothing much to be expected. Looking pretty dry out there, much like the Sahara Desert and Gandhi's flip-flop. So yeah, but any weekend plans for you guys with this nice heat?
Not that I can think of, but it is the end of WCMO NewsCenter 15 for this semester, and it's time to say goodbye to some of our seniors. Here at WCMO NewsCenter 15, we have 4 members who are graduating producers, Marissa Millam and Alexis Pennell, and crew members Ben Stenson and Colton Abate. Marissa is from Franklin, Ohio, and majored in broadcast journalism with minors in sports management and coaching. Marissa plans to work with court management with Western and Southern Open, with plans to get her master's in sports management at the University of Cincinnati. Alexis is Clearwatered in Florida and majored in broadcast journalism with minors in communication and sports management, with plans to work with the Washington Wild Things as a partner activation coordinator.
Ben is from Ohio and majored in political science with a minor in both geographic information systems and media. Currently, Ben plans to work with the county auditor, but will continue to look for other opportunities.
Colton is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and majored in educational studies with a minor in media. After college, Colton plans to work as a digital content creator for athletic programs and athletics. Thank you for joining us for Thursday's edition of WCMO TV, Channel 15 at 12:30 and 6:30. From all of us here at the station, we wish you a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next semester.